Hello, this is a Premium Nappin featured member interview. This month we're featuring Indigo Fairy. Indigo Fairy, thank you so very much for joining us today, and I'd like to be able to ask you a few questions. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, hi Chicky. I am a tarot and oracle reader, which I've been doing for approximately about 5 years now. 5-6 years. When I started, I didn't really know an awful lot about anything to do with spirituality, card reading, anything like that, but I was always absolutely fascinated. Tarot cards, oracle cards. Then somebody suggested that maybe I should look at maybe learning tarot. I walked through a bookstore and just came to the Mind, Body, Spirit section and just got absolutely floored by the number of different decks, both oracle and tarot, and eventually sort of just picked out a Doreen Virtue pack of oracle cards and walked away with them. And a couple of weeks later I was at a trance demonstration, and the person doing the demo, her guide came through and asked, did the Doreen Virtue Healing with the Fairies deck mean anything to me? And at that point it was like, wow, like how could they know exactly which deck I had? How would they even know that I had a deck?
Yes.
Let alone to pinpoint it. And after that I was absolutely hooked, and I still use that deck now quite a lot, but since then I've gotten used to about 3 other different oracle and tarot decks. I've also become a Reiki master as well, so I find that using the oracle decks alongside the Reiki helps me to focus more fully on the individual that I'm treating, and just helps me to pick out where any particular issues are underlying with them. I've also managed to combine that with another passion of mine, crystals and jewellery. For example, I hand make various types of jewellery. This is a more recent necklace that I've made, and this one I think is rose quartz, amethyst, multi-quartz and morganite, and I just think those stones go really, really well together. I've also got an earlier version of one where I wire wrapped a hematite stone. It's not the best one, but it was kind of early days at that point, so I like to keep this one just for posterity, because I think it's quite nice to look back and see how my designs have changed a little. So I use anything from necklaces, bracelets, earrings. I try to use crystals and gemstones that will fit with specific healing properties and blend together. I also do bless them with Reiki as well. So if somebody were to come to me with a specific colour scheme or type of issue that they wanted help with, then I would fit the stones to match what that person would need. So each of my jewellery items are specifically made per individual, so there's nothing sort of generally pulled off the shelf and there you go. It's all made specifically to order and to suit the person. So that's pretty much what I do in a nutshell.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Indigo Fairy, how long have you been doing all of these wonderful things?
The jewellery is a more recent thing. I've been doing Reiki since I think the end of 2009, so just a couple of years. The jewellery came along the summer after that, summer 2008. And again, it's just something that I've been able to, as I've played around with it a little more, just been able to develop it. I've only recently achieved my Reiki Master degree, so again it's still at the early stages. I'm playing around with it, having fun and seeing what fits, seeing what works.
Oh wow, That's lovely. That's lovely. Now, can you tell me a little bit about how and where people can find you? Where do you spend your time with regards to the metaphysical arts?
Yeah, sure. As you know, I am quite often in Navan, whether
Yes.
I'm just sort of in the chat room, getting to know the other members of Navan. But I also have a show on a Tuesday, UK time. It would be 9 p.m. and that's Learning Reiki 101 with Laura. And Eastern time, which is
Yes.
how it translates, would be, is it 4 p.m.? But
Right.
I do
Yes.
have a bit of difficulty trying to work the time differences. I'm also on Arainem, and you can find me on Arainem under www.arainem.com/psychics/dark indigo fairy. You can also get in touch with me on Twitter under Dark Indigo Fairy, and I'm also available on Skype under Indigo Fairy 1.
Very nice, very nice. Now, also up and coming, it will be a great pleasure and an honor to be able to host you on the North American Psychic and Paranormal Network. And you can also find Indigo Fairy located at www.nappn.net/indigofairy.htm. So you can certainly find her there. Now, Indigo Fairy, do you also have a personal website as well that you'd like to tell us about?
Yes, I do. I have the website www.indigofairy.org, and on there you can just find a little bit of my bio. I've also got all the different type of Reiki and Reiki style treatments that I do, as well as different kinds of tarot and oracle readings as well. And also, I've got some of my jewellery designs at the sale on there too.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you do have a splendid website. You are a very talented and gifted reader, and it is certainly, as always, a pleasure to be able to speak with you, Indigo Fairy, and to be able to do this interview with you. Once again, this is a NAPN, which is the North American Psychic and Paranormal Network, featured member interview. And once again, this month we are featuring Indigo Fairy. Thank you for your time, Indigo Fairy, and also for being a member of the North American Psychic and Paranormal Network. And we look forward to meeting all of your wonderful friends and clients in the near future. Thank you.